Hey guys, Thunderset here, revisiting a deck that will actually make use of a brand new ultra rare card we got, and that's TRAGOEDIA. So what does this card do? It's a level 10 Dark Fiend. When you take battle damage, you can special summon this card from your hand. It can also be normal summon, by the way. This card gains 600 attack and defense for each card in your hand. Once per turn, you can send a monster from your hand to the graveyard, target one face-up monster you control or your opponent controls with the same level as the sent card. Take control of that monster. Once per turn, you can target one monster in your graveyard. This card's level becomes the same as that target until the end of this turn. So, it sounds like this boy's doing a lot. It sounds like he's doing some good stuff. But it's all so wildly situational. It's really hard to do anything consistent with him. What we're doing here is making use of his big attack, 600 for each card in your hand, so that's at least 1800 when you have 3 cards in your hand. Pretty good. And you can target one monster in your graveyard. This card becomes that level. So we're using that with what grows in the graveyard. We're going to special summon this boy. He's going to gain as much attack as possible. Then we use his effect to copy the level of our Dark Verger. Then we normal summon a Junk Synchron for the biggest Junk Warrior you're ever going to see, guys. And then, of course, that Junk Warrior hits those life points with the Scrap Fist to end the game. And then on top of all that, guys, it's just the normal Junk Warrior deck you already saw me play. Things like Doppel Warrior and Sangin and Sir Karibo. I actually really like this deck. We're still keeping the econs. I've snuck in a defense draw just because with that one little slot. We like to keep our hand nice and fat for our TRAGOEDIA. So, you know, he's a win more card, guys. He's not a core play. Maybe wouldn't even run 3 of him. He's very situational. He makes it a little stronger than just Doppel Warrior does usually. So you'll see him out there. But it's just the only real use I could think of for this card since I got 3 of him super easy. Not exactly what I was aiming for, but we have 3 of them, so we're going to use them. Here he is. Hope you guys enjoy the replays. And, things I changed with the Junk Warrior. We have a Junk Archer. I don't really run into him too much. But you can use Junk Destroyer pretty often when you're stuck with a weak Junk Warrior and you get a Junk Synchron out. You could get your Junk Destroyer, or like I said, you could get a Junk Synchron, Dark Verger, and Doppel Warrior for your Junk Archer. Brand new Synchro to banish a monster. But like I said, you're all over the place with this deck. You don't need any one of them for the win con. You just play it by ear, guys, how it goes. So I hope you enjoy the replays, and thanks for watching. Okay, starting off with Crow. Going first. Poor guy's gonna lose a rank here. He's repping that Dark Magician mat. Okay, we have a Junk Synchron. We're gonna start with a Sangin. Our opponent is Shiranui. You're going to see a lot of Shiranui replays, guys. This deck kind of takes advantage of Shiranui's weak defense. All we gotta do is switch him to defense, which is really easy with Sphere Karibos, as you see here, and enemy controllers. Really lets us sucker punch these guys. Here we got our TRAGOEDIA, top decked. He's got a Spirit Master. That's going to be 2 Synchros, guys. We have a Sphere Boy and a TRAGOEDIA. How are we going to survive this massive board? Because he's not done yet. He's going to use a Spectral Sword for a 3rd Synchro summon here. Now, thank goodness he hits us with the King Hades first. That's going to let us special summon a TRAGOEDIA who's 2400. More than enough on his own to stop those girls. We don't even have to use our Sphere Karibo. Now we already have the Junk Synchron in hand, guys. As long as that's not a Floodgate in that back row, as long as that's a Cosmic Cyclone or something, you are gonna see a very fat Junk Warrior. Remember, before you summon your Junk Warrior, before you get your Dark Verger out, you have to activate the effect to copy its level. Now I'm a 2400 level 2 monster, guys. We bring out the Dark Verger, summon the Junk Warrior. Junk Warrior is going to absorb that 2400 attack to be 4200. Now we don't even need defense. We had no delay, so it's either a Battle Trap or a Cosmic Cyclone. We hit our Scrap Fist, ignore Battle Trap, swing into an attack position monster with 4.7k, finish him with 5.2k over Shiranui monsters. Absolutely crazy, guys. TRAGOEDIA. Okay, Shizu, super popular character right now. Going second. This is for our rank up now. He's using pretty cool sleeves back there. It's a Millennium Puzzle. Pretty nice. We have 2 TRAGOEDIAs and a Junk Synchron. Our opponent sets 3 back row. So we're gonna get poking at him with the Sengen. Every back row he has to waste on this Sengen to stop him from attacking is great for us, because that would just be a Sengen sitting there face down. So here we get a poke at him. Look at all the Canadias we're wasting, guys. We blew 2 Canadias with a Sengen. Now we have a super fat hand. He normal summons Shiranui, Squire, then brings out the 2. He's going into the Samurai Saga, also has a face of Canadia, destroys our Sengen. That's going to give us a Sphere Kuribo, because we already have a Junk Synchron. Here he hits us for 2500. That's going to be TRAGOEDIA, guys. 3600, 4200. Crazy. We change his level to level 2. Now we normal summon the Junk Synchron. Now he hits us with a Floodgate. We're going to Econ Take and steal his Samurai Saga. He had an attack mode Canadia, and then we would have had our big ol' TRAGOEDIA, still fat, over 3k, swinging for lethal, guys. Great stuff. Okay, here we are fighting Rex. 5D's Rex. He's trying to win a rank too, so lots of competitive duels for this deck. We're here in Legend, so it's not just hopping around Platinum or anything. Here we're starting with a Sengen, a defense draw, and our Synchron. So here we're just gonna sneak a little OTK with a Junk Warrior, and all we need is our Scrap Fist. Ignore that back row, swing for lethal on a 0 monster. It's really that easy, guys. All these Shiranui just come and get clapped. It's great stuff. Gotta love it. So easy with 0 defense monsters, guys. Okay, here we are with an Ishizu. Going second, they are trying to rank up. They're about to get hit with some junk. He's probably using Balanced Dark Magician. We're starting with a Doppel Warrior and a Junk Synchron. He is, in fact, using Dark Magician with Dark Magical Circle. It is very strong. Uses Dark Magical Circle to get a Navigation. Uses Illusion Magic to get a Dark Magician. Pretty standard play. He gets 2, no less. Sets 2 back row. We get our TRAGOEDIA, however you say that name. But we're going to start with a Junk Synchron play anyway. Here he uses his Magician's Navigation. He chooses to banish our Dark Verger. So I can see how you could make that argument for the play. Generally you want to banish the tuner, but Dark Verger gets recycled through the graveyard over and over with other junk Synchrons. So he banishes the Dark Verger, but we still had the Doppel Warrior to fall back on. And even if we just synchro a Junk Warrior with the Doppel Warrior, we're still going to gain attack from his tokens. So we're still going to be a big boy. We summon the tokens first before Junk Warrior. Now Junk Warrior gets it, 3100. I'm going to steal this boy with 1 Econ, use a second Econ, steal a Dark Magician. Thankfully puts in attack. That's going to be 2 for 1. We get a kill the Illusion, suicide the Dark Magicians into each other, poke him with a little token. He summons Magician Rod, that's another Dark Magical Circle. Plays it, and then scoops once he realizes there's nothing for him to draw. Great stuff, guys. Okay, here we are facing a Joey Wheeler. Going second. Gotta show him what grows in the graveyard. He shows us Grit, so we gotta keep that in mind. Starting with a Junk Synchron and a Scrap Fist. He's using Shiranui. Special summons a 0 defense monster. That's just what this deck wants, guys. Right after we top deck a TRAGOEDIA, we're gonna bring out a basic Junk Warrior. No attack modification here. We are going to use that Scrap Fist. Ignore that back row. Hit him for what would be lethal, but you gotta remember the Grit. So he's down to 1. We just have to climb over his little 1 life point here. We just have to get over a monster. Here he's going to summon a Squire Saga with his Aloof Lupine. Then he uses his Spectral Sword from the grave to bring out a Samurai Saga. Banishes 1, gains 300, hits me for 100 damage. Now, with taking all that damage, I could have summoned my TRAGOEDIA, but then I would have needed to get lucky and top deck one of my 2 Junks Synchrons. I figured the better play would just be wait to set the Sengen and then try to set the TRAGOEDIA. Of course I do top deck the Junk Synchron. So had I summoned my Tragoedia, I would have ended the duel with just a normal summon over this boy. But we gotta wait a little while, work a little harder. Here he's going for a level 8 Shogun Saga, very greedy play. He already had plenty of lethal, did not need that 5.6k. So now I'm able to put that Squire Saga to defense. He brings that big old boy back to offense. We normal summon our Junk Synchron finally. Get a Doppel Warrior out at the same time. Doppel Warrior is going to buff our attack 100 over that boy. No other special tricks needed. Hit him for that 1 damage and the lethal. So as you guys can see, this deck, it does pretty well against Shiranui. It's not slaying the meta, but Shiranui has a lot of monsters out, and they have weak defenses. So this deck can really prey on that when you catch him in the right time. Tragoedia is a little win more. This is probably the best use of him. You're using a lot of his effects. You can even situationally use his monster steal when you're fighting something like a Dark Magician. They have Magician's Rod. You could steal that by throwing away a Sanguine or something like that. Other than that, it's a little win more. It's just more Junk Warrior fun. I don't know what other kind of uses we could possibly get for Tragoedia, but I hope you guys like this one, and thanks for watching. Bye.